Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast, Rich Life. It's holiday time, and it's me, Surbhi Gupta, Ganesh Kumar, and Mike with you all again.
Hey
And
everyone.
Hi.
hi, and today we are gonna discuss the very hot topic during holidays, especially during Christmas: gifts, Christmas gifts. Let's. Would love to hear. Would love to share and hear your thoughts on this.
I was just saying that, giving gifts or receiving gifts is one of the hardest things I have had to do with my friends, loved ones, professionals, and even acquaintances such as mailmen or a doorman of a building. How do we handle those situations? Because it's depending on the culture, it depending on the people that you interact with. Uh, I struggle with this and I hate giving gifts and I hate receiving gifts. But I do know that if you receive a gift that was unexpected but adds value, it makes my day. So that increases the pressure to make sure that happens for every single person that we have in our lives.
Sure. Or the unexpected gift that you get from somebody you weren't expecting to get a gift from and you don't have one in return. That's always an awkward moment, Like you said, the general individuals, like your mailman that you see all the time, maybe, or maybe your dog walker, if you have one of those, and you don't remember to get them a gift and they get you one, can be a very difficult situation. So then, and then you're under the pressure of, oh, I'm going to get a gift for all these different individuals, but then some of them feel like they didn't get you a gift and they're in a bad spot. So it's a very interesting dilemma you end up in. But again, if you focus on the core individuals, your most important circle of individuals, I think you're pretty safe there. When you go beyond that, I don't think it's too expected that you're going to get something for everybody you interact with on a day in and day out basis.
Totally makes sense. Yeah. I think for me, it's agree that giving and actually buying gift, choosing a gift could be hard because at the end of the day, we all want to gift is like a memory, right? That you are giving it to someone so that they feel like, okay, you thought about them. And I think that's more important than anything else, at least in my case. And sometimes we go above and beyond, but the other person is like, okay, this gift, then it's like, what could I do better?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you could always just go with a cash gift, right? I mean, that's the easiest, quickest way to take care of gifting. I remember when I was a child, that was always my favorite thing.
Don't give me cash gift unless other than, managing the financial accounts. But why? Because I think cash gifts are good, but I don't personally prefer a cash gift. Especially coming from India, being a woman, I have many opportunities. Lots of my brothers and all, they give me on Rakhi and, all the time of the year. And they're like, oh, give you cash. I was like, hey, it doesn't matter because I don't remember what I'm getting. I don't see it as a memory. And I don't make it so convenient for yourself. Spend some time for me.
Yeah.
Choose something. And another thing I also feel according to me, a gift is also something that I might want, but I may not buy. So it's like a prize, which is like something which is like, it's good to have, nice to have. So it's better if somebody gifts to me rather than me buying. So I like gifts in those category, non-essential things, which I'm not going to buy. Don't give me essential things. Don't give me money. Give me something
Do we have to hint at what gifts we want for a holiday? Is that like bad form to hint at gifts that you would like for a holiday from different individuals just in passing conversation? Yeah, because I always find it very difficult. Like I know people really well and I know what types of things they like, but then what type of gift goes along with those, especially as we get older and our needs aren't quite as big as or maybe they're bigger, but as they used to be. And we have kind of our routines and the things we like and, the next gift isn't going to be change really our life that much. One of the things that my family likes to do, the adults anyway, is we do an event together as a whole family. So every year my older sister buys all the rest of us a family event that we all go to and experience together. I think that's great with your inner family or inner group of friends. For example, like one year we learned how to sail together. Another year we went and we were working with a professional chef, learning how to cook together, and then we had a meal together. So it's just very nice because you remember that experience, that interaction with everybody, and you can think back about it. Particularly now, my father passed a few years ago. And, you think back as you go around these holidays, you get to these particularly new events that we're doing together. And it's fun just to think back of all those times that we had as a group with him too. So it's just kind of nice. I think that's like an ideal gift from my standpoint.
I love that idea. I'm definitely gonna get inspired with that because it's like celebrating. It's more than a gift, also like celebrating it together and deepening that bond. And it's something which you may not do otherwise, but now somebody has gifted to you. So you would definitely learn that experience. I love it.
Yeah, I appreciate that idea, Mike, but I don't know if I can do a cooking class with my mailman. I'm not sure if I would treasure that memory, although the mailman might treasure it. But to your point.
Yeah, he might really appreciate it, though.
He would definitely appreciate it, but he may not appreciate my cooking, and he might be traumatized after the fact. But the whole point is that what I'm hearing here is that you have different types of people that you want to have a connection with, and people you consider acquaintances. And for those in the former category, you want to aim to make the person to think that you know them better than they know themselves. And that's usually in the form of listening, doing your research, spending time with them, and then find the pain points, almost as if you're an entrepreneur trying to figure out how to build an MVP and try to figure out what product, instead of building a product, will solve that pain point and offer some sort of delight. And then for the acquaintances, like the mailman or what have you, you can do simple things which may be perceived as transactional, but is coming from your heart. So it could be chocolates, it could be money, it could be something that is simple, even a gift card. And I think that would be appreciated, even though you don't have to spend the time investment to do a cooking class with a mailman. So going back, it depends on who you are trying to build a connection with and how much time investment that you want to have with that particular set of people.
I was going to say, you mentioned gift cards, Ganesh, and I was curious, what is your favorite gift card? What's a favorite type of gift card you would get?
Oh, Amazon gift cards. I mean, that's a simple one because everyone that I know, or almost everyone that I know, has an Amazon Prime subscription. I know that some of us are living privileged lives, so Amazon gift cards are also great, but also the Whole Foods grocery gift cards are also nice because everyone needs groceries. So it's also another good alternative.
That's very practical. How about Starbucks? Is anybody here a coffee, like Starbucks coffee type of person? I'm not myself, oddly enough. So I was just curious. I see a lot of people give that during the holidays.
Yeah, I like Amazon, and I have done that. Like I asked many people, like going to a wedding or something, different generations, everybody has something on Amazon. Whereas Starbucks, like if you give, depends on the value of the gift also. Like if it's a very big gift card amount and then you give somebody a Starbucks, they will take 1 year to finish it, versus Amazon. Yeah, I'm just going to get the gift right now. So the redemption is sooner. I think I would go with Amazon. I used to give some other gift cards, but then I felt that it's easier, convenient. Also Whole Foods, why not? Because maybe many people may not go to Whole Foods. I go to Whole Foods, but maybe Whole Foods is not common in their city, or they have another store, preferred store, so you never know. But with Amazon, you can't go wrong. I think so.
And this is, by the way, everybody, this is not an advertisement. It's just happens to be the case that we like Amazon gift cards. I agree with you.
Amazon should pay us, though.
Yeah, it's very easy and very convenient. It's very interesting. So I agree with you on that. It's a convenient, nice way for people to be able, and it's not, cash, like we talked about earlier. Getting cash is kind of like, okay, well, thank you, but it's not memorable as much as like, okay, I have an Amazon. Now I get to interact and go and navigate and find what I want with that Amazon card. Although when I was a kid, one of my favorite gifts was always cash. You get the card from grandma and grandpa or whatever, and there's cash in there. That always made me happy. But I think that's because I didn't have any money when I was a child, right? You had nothing, so you couldn't go and buy yourself things. But now it's just kind of like, okay, well, I deal with that on a day in, day out basis. I just use money for buying gas. I'm going to use your cash to buy my gas.
I also think this is cultural in a way, where coming from India, giving money or cash may not be considered the norm. Whereas if you were to go to China, where you have the red envelope event that's held every year, it's one of the biggest commercialized holidays in China. Cash is considered a norm in some respects. In America, because we're such a melting pot, I don't think there's one right answer. It really depends on who you're interacting with. So, Mike, I know you like golf. So Would you prefer,
Love
a
it.
golf gift, or would you prefer cash?
Oh no, golf gift for sure. And actually, like an event, like going out to golf with people, like that's a big thing. If I have friends that I golf with, finding a place to buy a round for the next season, and that way, as you get into winter here, because I live in a colder temperature, you get into winter here, you start to think about these events you're going to be participating in the springtime. It's kind of nice to have. So yeah, and also they're starting to have these golf restaurants where you go and you play around on simulators. So I'm thinking of doing that possibly and bringing that around, doing like a social event with some of my friends and buying them that for that holiday season as well. So it's kind of interesting. There are opportunities there, especially if you know people and do an activity together to be able to buy them some different things. I know my older sister also, she's a skydiver and she does those wind tunnels. So she has a lot of friends that she'll probably, buy wind tunnel time for or something like that. So that's kind of an easy thing. Yeah, when you do an activity with people, I think it's much easier to kind of figure out what to buy for that person just because you know what they like and you have a common experience that you enjoy together.
Absolutely. I think so what you're saying, that gifts have to be very personalized in a way where I think two things are there. Why do you gift somebody? I was also thinking the intent there, like I can think of certain things. I really liked one of you were saying about connecting with someone. You want to increase that connection. Yes. So then experience works better, or it could be a gratitude. Like you helped me and I want to really thank you, and thanks by words is not enough. So I want to express it by going one step further. Another could be just thinking about someone. Like sometimes it happens, you go to some place and okay, it would be great for my nephew and he's always in my mind, so I can buy something for him because that could be another thing. And finally, I think it could be a formality. Sometimes we are just give, for the lack of a better word, that okay, I have to give to this person, and that comes in that last category, which is the most boring. I think if I have to pick a gift for somebody, if it's just like okay, just for formal, like it is required. But for all other categories where you're genuinely thanking someone or thinking about someone, expressing gratitude, I think, or building a connection, we could be more thoughtful, as Ganesh said, whether it's your doorman or family member, you pick a gift.
Makes sense.
Absolutely.
So one thing I realized is that for every gift, make sure you send a thank you card. But to me, that's like an honor code. What happens if you receive a gift that you don't know where it's coming from? That has happened multiple times with e-commerce, especially where, Amazon, Target and other companies, you now have the option to send gifts, but you don't know who it's coming from. So what do you do in that situation?
Yeah, no, I think that a card, I think that first when you send a gift, always send a card with the gift, right? I think that's important. Or a little note of some kind associated with the gift would be good. In fact, I think that good practice in the holidays is the people that are really close to you, family members or mentors or people that have really put some time and investment into your life. I think a handwritten letter is like ideal. Even if your handwriting's not that great, I think showing your appreciation on an annual basis to those individuals that are super close to you is really a good idea. And I think more appreciated than I have letters that I've kept forever. And I have a little box of them from people that just, I'll treasure those. Those are things I appreciate. They'll find this little box when I pass away, all these people. So, it's kind of a big thing for me that if you have people that really put some time into your life that you really, have appreciation for, show it during the holidays in particular. And when you give a gift, make sure you give them a nice handwritten letter with it as well.
I do feel guilty when I receive a gift, but I have no idea who it's from. I'm like, either sweet, a free gift, but at the same time, I have no idea who sent it. So it feels awkward to ask someone, hey, did you send this? And if they say yes, awesome. But if they say no, it makes it even more awkward.
It might look like, are you giving them a hint to send a gift? By the way, what's your take on, like, sometimes I used to do this. If, let's say it's a good friend and we are locally, or it's your family member and you are in the same vicinity. So I would take that person along with me. I select a gift, but still I don't want them to, go with that hassle of not liking, returning, or be in that dilemma. Sometimes you may have the best intention and give me a gift, but I may not really like it. And maybe I would like another color or something. And then I may not even be able to express it to you because you will see whether I'm like, let's say it's a watch, I'm wearing it or not. So I generally do this that, okay, I select something, pick a place and then tell them, hey, come with me. I have something surprise for you, but I would like to take your input out of these three or,
Yes,
like out of these, which one would you like? So what's your approach on
I
that?
like
I
that.
did that with some friends sometimes.
No, I think that's great. I think it's excellent because you're doing two things there. One, you're getting an actual gift, and then you're also having an experience with them as well. So you'll go and you'll go shopping or whatever, and then you'll also probably do dinner or lunch or whatever together. So I think it's actually an excellent idea. The nice thing about that too is that when you buy them the gift, they're going to feel obligated to buy you lunch or dinner. So you're going to get something out of it.
No, that was not nice.
I know. I'm teasing, of course.
I was going to ask a very similar question. Is that for your benefit, Subi, or your friends or family members' benefit? This this shopping experience. Hey, let's go to the 3 hotspots and figure out what you like. Is that meant for what you like, or is it meant for what your friend likes?
Don't buy anything for yourself when you do that, right?
I am coaching my friends, I'm doing like this for you, so you can also take some inspiration. But I felt it's easier because I have been given some good gifts which are kind of what I like. But if they would have just asked me, hey, Subi, do you like black versus, brown or something like that, I would have been so much more happier that it would have just be the perfect gift. So I want to make a perfect gift. So I would just say, jokes apart, that my intention is to give them a gift which is closer or at least a perfect gift. And if I'm unable to decide on their behalf, then I would just take them with me. But I find it challenging. Most of my family is overseas, and sometimes it happens, my brother sends me something and I cannot return it. I was like, oh, I love it. But then he says, when are you? Like, I don't see you in that, or like if it's a dress or something. So it's always a dilemma. So now then he started sending me gift card and I was like, no, please send me a gift. Because I remember like he sent me something for my computer task, and every time, like sometimes I remember, oh, this was sent to me by my brother, and I really appreciate that memory, even if it was like 6 years ago, right? So that's why I think it helps.
Yeah. So it's that personal connection that matters, and you want to develop and nurture that over a period of time. You're making a time investment altogether to build that affinity, which hopefully will push us into the new year or beyond when the giving moment has occurred. So I think a lot of these people are now trying to develop this in a larger group setting. That's why you have things like Secret Santas or White Elephant gifting events, which is popular in professional workplaces because, we have so many meetings at work, we have to get stuff done, but we do want to allocate a significant amount of time, let's say on a Friday happy hour, where all the workers can come together and say, hey, let's do gifting for one another. You set a budget cap, let's say, I don't know, $25, $50, whatever it is, and it'll be randomly assigned, and you can make games out of it. You could steal a gift from someone else if you like it.
Yeah.
Or you could do some sort of musical chairs type event where you rotate the gifts amongst all of us based on some musical song or different variants of that. And that makes it a little bit more fun and less transactional, but also has a shared group experience altogether in a very time efficient manner.
I love that. And as we were discussing, last point here, I think what you said, that this should not be transactional. I think the gifts should not be burdensome. And what else would you like to add here, Robert?
Yeah, they shouldn't be burdened. I think that we covered it. I mean, really the idea is to create a memory and an experience for the individuals that are close to you, and make sure you remember the people that take care of you in the little ways as well, and show your appreciation in accordance to where they are in your life. If they're close, make sure you show more the level of appreciation you have for them. And if they're just acquaintances, make sure you at least acknowledge that they're there in your life. So I think that's great. I think it's actually really good. It helps me a decent amount too. I have a decent large family, so it kind of helps to have some ideas from you guys as well, particularly the Amazon gift card instead of cash. I'm a big, hey, I'm just going to give you cash kind of guy. So,
That's great.
So anyway, happy holidays, guys. Thank you.
Happy
holidays, everyone. And hopefully your gift giving experiences will be, pleasurable and as painless as possible.
Happy holidays.
Bye-bye.